Hi, I'm Coach Greg from ARX Human Performance, and I'm here today to talk to you about the exercises you'll encounter during your strength and conditioning program with Embark Exploration Company in preparation for your trek or your climb. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about before we get into the exercises is your core. Now, when I say core, most people think about this right here, your six-pack or your rectus abdominis. And that's only partly the case. I want you instead to think about your core as being your entire trunk, from your shoulders down to your hips to include your glutes and everything in between. And the idea of strengthening your core is actually strengthening the relationship between your rib cage or your thoracic spine and your pelvis. Now, the next exercise we want to work on is your back row. And the reason why we want to work on the back row regarding your mountain climb is, number one, if we engage this, if we engage our trunk and our core, it becomes a core exercise. But number two, by strengthening our back, it's going to strengthen our ability to carry a lot more load on our back. Now, there's a lot of different implements we can use. We can use something like a kettlebell, a sandbag, a barbell, even the pack you're going to be using on the mountain. Now, the importance of the bent over back row or the back row as a whole is by strengthening the upper back, it's going to allow us to do two things. Number one, it's going to allow us to maintain that nice, good posture as we've got a load on our back. And number two, the stronger our back, the heavier load we're going to be able to carry for a lot longer. Typically, what you see in a gym situation is if you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, okay? I'm going to go ahead and put one hand up against the bench, making sure my shoulder's nice and down. My back is straight. The kettlebell is hanging directly down, and I'm going to drive that elbow up and come down nice and slow and controlled. Now, going through these sets and reps, again, 3 to 4 sets, 10 to 12 reps, is going to be just fine. Once you've hit that, with any comfort level, you've got a few different options. You can either increase the weight or you can change the implement. So for example, if a 25-pound kettlebell is all I have, I can then move to a much heavier sandbag and either do single rows or two-handed rows. And again, you can even use the backpack that you're going to be using on the trip. This exercise and the other exercises in this video series, when done correctly, are going to help you to perform at your best and stay injury-free on your next climb or trek with Embark. Thanks for watching. This is Coach Greg at ARX. Happy climbing.